Alrighty, what is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, happy patch showcase day. We are here with the Paladins Heart of Darkness update showcase watch party. Let me get everything prepped. Also, y'all, I haven't done one of these in a little while, so please let me know if everything sounds okay. I have it muted for now because they might be playing some copyright music, you know, we don't want that. Well, I don't want that. You guys can listen to it whenever you want. And in typical fashion of our watch party streams, I got a little bingo board. Here it is. Let me know if you guys can see it okay. At the top left, we have Betty balance adjustments. Then we have a new Leon skin, new golden skins, trade district rework, new Betty skin. Did I say... I'm tired, y'all. I just got up. Betty balance... Yeah, I said that. Okay. Genos buffs. The new champion has a bloated base kit. The new champion has weak talents. The new champion has only one playstyle. One viable playstyle. I couldn't fit it all in there. The new champion is unfinished. A new 400 crystals chest. More music packs. Freebie in the middle. King of the Hill onslaught split. I highly doubt that one's coming, but wishful thinking on that one. Rank changes. Talent changes. New furry skin. More crossover skins. New sexy skin. Underwhelming balance as a whole. New lame LTM. 7 balance adjustments. Item store changes. Atlas doesn't get a skin again. And Siege Beyond changes. So we're gonna see what we can fill out here. And I know I said on the last rank stream I would use the Eevee crying is our bingo marker, but you know I can't do that. I have to go with this one. Let me see, is the bingo board like even visible? Hold on, y'all. I'm checking out the stream on my phone. Is this even visible? Ooh, getting an ad for TikTok. Thanks, YouTube. I mean, the new Lilith is probably darkness-based. I mean, it's called Heart of Darkness. Which is really cool. I'm excited to see another Darkness champ. That is really freaking small. Holy moly, that is small. I just don't want it covering up the whole, like... Can we stretch it a little, like, a little this way? Like, get in the middle over there? Oh, great. Now we're gonna have a stretchy clown. That's fine. We don't have to stretch Ray. That looks okay, right, y'all? There we go. That's a bit better. Alright, let me lock my bingo board in. To everybody who's joining, welcome. Stream starts in 30 minutes, so we're gonna watch the stream first, and then I'll read the patch notes after. So if you are reading the patch notes, please try your best to avoid spoilers in the chat. Although I'm not gonna be like too pissed, because we're gonna see it in a few minutes anyway. Alright, here we go, 10 seconds. And one more thing I want to say is that I believe Thunderbrush said that after this champion, they're going to be slowing down champion releases. All right, we're getting into it.
If you don't know me, my name is Isaiah, and I'm the community lead here at Hi-Res. Some of you may recognize me from my time over on the Smite side of things, but I am super excited to dig into all the awesome stuff that is coming to Paladins in the next
Y'all can hear it okay, right?
Some game balance, we've got a new Siege Beyond Schism, a ton of awesome skins, and of
new
course,
Siege Beyond.
the newest champions coming to the realm, Lilith.
Yeah, exciting
and
stuff.
I am super excited. I've got the amazing members of the Evil Mojo design team with me, Fish and Alex. First of all, how are you gentlemen doing?
Doing great. It's great to be back in the studio as well. Like,
Definitely.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
Yeah, I'm just going to say thanks for having us. Thank you.
Right? Oh, no problem. It is my pleasure. Well, like I said, I'm super excited to get
Sal,
into all the stuff that's coming to Paladins. We have a lot to see.
Thank you so much.
I was told to bring one pun. I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and kick things off with balance up first.
All right, cross your fingers.
First on the list is Azan.
That's right.
And Azan nerfs are coming, and I know that's something the community
hell is that?
asking for. Fish, why don't you walk us through what's happening with Azan?
Dang.
Sure. We're hitting some of his survivability. We're hitting some of his crowd control. Azan's essentially been dominant since he released, and the community's continuing to request like a downward adjustment. So we're hitting him in a number of places.
Yeah.
Reducing some of his base health. We are also, I think his stuns when he hits a wall are smaller. The lift is also smaller, and then I think he's getting a small buff to damage in his ultimate to help compensate that. We still want him to be tanky. We still want him to be survivable, and we want to keep some of that
I
utility.
don't know,
that makes him
12% DR.
But,
That's like
by hitting him in the right place, I think we're gonna bring him to a healthier spot.
Yeah, so and we've got a ton of changes. Fish just walked us through. I want to let everyone
All right,
know
on the
patch notes
talent,
are
that's-
live on the website right now. So if you want to follow along with us as we're talking through things and read out all those numbers and all that stuff that we
Hot
know you
damn,
know,
they are
head over
just-
to paladins.com.
Poor Zahn.
right now. But his on nerves coming to the realm.
Can you move
Short,
the
sweet,
bingo
quick,
board?
Quick and sweet.
That's
The
right.
top
Love
right.
it.
Okay, sorry, y'all.
Next up on the list is
Moving.
Betty, the newest champion
Betty.
that has hit the realm. What's going on with Betty, Alex?
Yeah, so Betty, our newest.
Added rate of fire to the description.
Excellent, awesome. We all love her, but we wanted to give her just a little bit more spice. She needs to hit a little bit harder.
Is that better, y'all?
So everything that we're doing right now is to kind of make her a little more.
You know what? I'm
deadly,
gonna just
to make
take
that
the bingo
bomb
board
queen
away
just
and we'll put it back
really stand out as a queen.
when we're
The first thing we're
reviewing
doing
the
is that
patch
we're
notes.
just kind of changing around some of the ultimate is huge. We've made this just a lot more damaging, right? So now you're
235 on
moving
explosive
faster when you're
personality.
ulting. You are dealing more damage.
Ooh.
It's just going to be easier to confirm. It's going to be easier to hit. And people really like
1009.
that. We also know that the
A little
God of Bounce
faster.
talent, now you're going to be jumping a little bit.
Now locks you in place in
cooldown
the
a
air.
little more, right? You're just going to be kind of bumping
Dang.
around, hitting people. Now with that, you're also going to be dealing a little less damage. So you can jump more, but you're going to be
5
hitting
seconds,
them a little
that's
less,
pretty
right? You
hefty.
just give people a little more survival.
Because that's our only viable
That's
play style.
other than that, we definitely are going to be looking at some
Other
of the
talent
cards
changes,
as well.
please.
We know that the Eureka movement card, we're just decreasing some of that threshold to get that ammo back so that Betty can fire more.
no one
She
really
can use that
uses
awesome
that.
grenade launcher a little more. And then we're just
Hits
kind of
with grenade
changing a few
launcher,
more
increase
of
reload
those
speed by
cards so that the
5%.
grenade radius, that explosion, is now changing. Instead of changing that
That new
radius, you're
Labor of
actually gonna be
Genius
just
card looks
getting
pretty good.
more in-hand ammo. So just keep firing with Betty, keep blowing stuff up.
Exactly.
That's what she
Be
does.
the
I'm
boss.
annoyed they
Yes.
nerfed her good
On the
talent and
battlefield.
didn't touch her other two.
Well, we
Like,
got
the other
Zahn
two
nerfs,
suck.
Betty buffs, two things that the community's been asking for.
That's right.
Super excited to deliver on those. Looks like next up on the list, we have another nerf to Furia. Fish, walk us through what's happening with Furia.
Sure. Furia is one of the community's frustration points, in particular her Exterminate talent. So we're making a change there. Previously, it would do up to 75% damage to enemies who got stuck in it. So what we're doing now is we're reducing that to 50% when it starts off, and then it scales up to 100%. So if you land
Interesting.
on them and you time it well so that they're stuck in the whole thing, you'll still be able to get a lot accomplished with it. But if, as the enemy, you have resilience or some other way of getting out of that crowd control and get out early, you will walk away with more of your health because it ramps up towards the end. So hopefully that'll give a little bit more counterplay there.
Sorry if you exterminate players.
I think we might have touched a card or talent as well. So yeah, there we go. Devout
we go,
dexterity. So for this, what we're gonna do.
All right, that's a little stronger.
It's gonna regenerate for a short duration after an elimination. So yeah,
That card's still never going to be picked, but
hopefully that'll make
you get
it,
3 ammo after 1 elim instead of just 1.
Sure, definitely. All right, well, let's keep on moving right along. Next up on the list, we have Kanessa going to be seeing a buff.
Oh, wait, what is
in the
that?
form of
Lightforge?
A new talent.
Yeah.
Alex, walk us through
Lowered
what's
the
happening with
scaling,
Kanessa.
but...
Yeah, so
Oh.
Kanessa right now, the talent, it's
We'll go
currently
back to that.
Eagle Eye, and we can run through right now. What it does is it will change the sniper rifle almost into more of like a DMR, right? So you're actually able to move faster. You can fire more, but your damage.
Oh
is
my
less.
God.
It's kind of right now. It really
Kinetra.
changes the way a sniper usually plays.
They actually did it!
Change that now. So now it's going to be everyone's favorite. It's a mine build. So now what you're going to be doing is you're going to
I
have
can't wait to
additional
play that.
cluster mines that you can have out on the field. And the big thing is when you throw out a mine, it actually produces 2. So with this talent, it's mines all day. You're just going deep in
sure.
mines. Yeah, that's what this is all about. So we'll see how you think. We'll see what everyone thinks about it. Throw out those mines. Put that pressure out there. I think this is going to be a really fun talent.
Oh, for sure. It sounds super fun.
Yeah,
So
that
definitely
looks
plus some of the-
interesting.
some
Okay, I
of
can
that
so far
feedback.
say the balance is
Test
not
out that new
boring this
talent,
patch.
See how y'all are feeling on Kanessa.
And that other
next up on
talent
the
was
list,
so
we got,
garbage.
Maldamba. Going to be seeing a new card
right.
from Maldamba coming
right.
in the next update. What's happening with Maldamba, Fish?
Sure.
Interesting.
So we have a new card coming. We're also making a change to Pungent Gourd, which previously it was going to heal after you activated the gourd. It is now instead going to increase movement speed. While
Maldamba has 2 movement
inside the
speed
radius
cards
of the
now?
gourd. We also added some forgiveness to Mending Spirits. It's highly dependent on your ability to hit your shots. If you always land your shots, no change. If you occasionally miss, it's going to be a little bit reduced cooldown so that you can get back into one that you do hit.
That's nice.
So both those hopefully make me a little bit more consistent.
Love to see it, definitely. I love the changes for if you're
That
hitting your
card
shots,
was
it doesn't
useless.
affect
Yeah.
you,
Punch a
but
gourd.
Just a little bit more forgiving, if you miss a couple of shots for sure. I love those types of changes. Well, the last balance change I've got on my list is for Vatu, going to be seeing a buff. Looks like to his in-hand, Alex. Talk to me about Vatu.
Yeah, Vatu
Very
is
nice.
back in the shadows a little too much. What this is essentially going to do is it's going to increase the effective range. So you're just going to be able to hit Vatu's in-hand weapon, those kunai. It's going to be a little easier to hit. You're going to be able to hit people a little bit further. And then that damage, that fall off, is going to be a little more forgiving. So you're going to be
Thank
able to
God.
do
That
more
was one of the
damage at a
most
further
unforgiving
range.
weapons at
More
range.
consistently. We just wanted to make Vatu a little bit more, again, a little more forgiving for players, right? So it's like you can definitely still have your skill moments, but you really just kind of want to allow players to hit that shot when they think they should.
Sounds good. Definitely looking forward to playing with Vatu and seeing that change live.
Are those
in
all the
game.
changes, or are
Well,
there
that
more
wraps
in the
it up for our
patch notes, I
balance
hope?
Section. Now, we just chose the highlights to go over on the show,
right.
but
Oh.
be sure to check out patch
Answered my
notes live
question.
on the site. Should be live right now. You can read through all of the other changes for balance, the ones we just talked about. Plus, we've got some more on the site that you guys can check out. But let's move on and talk about an exciting change coming in this update. We have a new schism
That's right.
for Siege Beyond, and just kind of a general overview if you weren't here at the beginning of the season for Siege Beyond. So Siege Beyond is a brand new queue in Paladins this year, where
Alright.
the Evil Mojo team is kind of using it as a playground,
That's
right?
right.
To test out some cool, new, fun, experimental mechanics for the Siege game mode. So if you want to try out any of these changes, check over to the Siege Beyond queue and queue up and play. But don't worry, Siege core mode is not going to be changing
That's right.
at all. But I'm super excited to talk about this next schism for Siege Beyond.
Yeah.
Fish, I know the first schism was geared towards the item shop.
That's right.
Yeah.
This schism is kind of geared towards the payload and the cart. Talk to me a little bit about what's going to be happening in this Siege Beyond schism.
Sure. So as you mentioned, the first one was about the item store. The community did not rally behind that, so that's gone. That's taken out of Paladins. Maybe never to return. This one is about the cart. As we see
Ooh.
here, we're looking at a traditional cart, but it's got a health bar above it. You capture it normally, but once it is captured, it is damageable. Now, the flip side of that is it's going to move on its own whether your team is there to push it or not. So the way to stop it, as we just saw, the
Dang,
enemy
that
team
thing
is
got
going
lit
to
up,
kill
though.
it.
That looks so cool.
Once it is down, you can see they're moving into this radius here. There are 2 capture points, and with your team standing in either of them, you can start recharging the cart, repairing it. The enemy team can get in there and contest. As we see here, they're fighting from outside. If they were in it, it obeys rules similar to our siege capture point. So you can keep
This
it
actually looks like fun.
by standing in there. Then it will respawn, as we've seen here, and then it's been brought back to death. It can be healed. The healing is a significant reduction, and there are
Imagine your
benefits
Seris heal
essentially
botting the
to,
cart instead of you.
recharging it. You get when it respawns, it has some intense damage reduction right after it comes back. So you get a little bit of push time at least, and then if you can keep it alive, you can push it all the way to the enemy base.
This looks absolutely amazing. I'm
Yeah,
super
that
excited
actually
for
looks
players to
fun.
get their
I'm
hands on
impressed with
because
this one.
I know sometimes when I'm playing Siege and Paladins, you capture the point and then it kind of becomes a stalemate at the cart, right?
Yeah.
Like each team, can't, it's like a war of attrition, and then it can feel a little bit random sometimes when a team fight just kind of breaks out and ends. But this, adding some more objectives around the
That's
map
right.
to still focus on the cart, but giving you a new kind of gameplay loop
That's right.
to
The-
push towards Siege is exciting.
The cart health is a new kind of point of focus in the fight itself, and then with these 2
Dang,
repair points
Tyra
on
Burn
spawn,
Monster and
it
Sky
kind of pushes
Poison
you
Bolts
into
on the
spaces
cart.
map in a new context that you might not have had to attend to before this mode. So hopefully it's a lot of fun.
Definitely. Well, Siege Beyond Schism 2 coming your way in the Heart of Darkness update. Let's move
That
right
one's really
into
cool.
just some short community news before we get into some of the new content that is coming out in the Heart of Darkness update. I have a couple notes to just remind all of you champions about. Of course, we have the Prime Gaming Whipped Cream Cassie skin that is still available right now. So if you go to Twitch, it should be right in the top corner. Click that crown to claim your Prime Gaming Cassie skin. If you have a Prime subscription, you can get that skin for free. And it is, again, in our Monster Cat collaboration. I know the folks over at Monster Cat, we're super excited for this skin. This skin is dope as well.
Yeah.
So definitely want to make sure you claim that skin and get it for free. We've also got a 2x champion XP event going on right now.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Oh god, Betty
level up
just
Betty,
startled
get
me
her
with
to
her
level
giant
50
face.
to unlock that golden skin. It's been going on for a while too. This is one of the first times that we've done an extended kind of 2x champion event. So it was over the weekend, but it's actually going until Friday. And then on Friday, we're going to be switching it over to a 2x Event Pass XP weekend. So no shortage of double XP, no matter if it's your Champion XP or your
Make
Event
sure to
Pass
grind your
XP.
battle pass, y'all.
2x Event Pass or Crossover Pass XP is kicking off this weekend starting on Friday to level up your Monster Cat Crossover Pass, unlock all those awesome rewards, those 6 skins for Khan and Sky, and a lot of other Monster Cat themed content. But that wraps it up for our community news. We have a couple of quality of life updates that are coming in the Heart of Darkness update that we wanted to go over. Fish, the first one, I'm going to defer to you on this one. We're going to be adding new champions to the practice queues.
That's right. It's been a while. We've released a lot of champions since the last time we added new bots.
Okay, cool.
We have added most of the ones we've released since last time. There are a couple of exceptions, but starting this patch, you should be able to play them in your practice queues and see some new faces. So, yeah.
There you go. You love to see
Oh, God,
it.
who's
And
gonna be
second
the new
one
Mochi
is
bot?
actually a bug fix that our QA team wanted to make sure that we let you all know because it's actually fixed right now. So we actually fixed an issue earlier on in this update where muting another player in-game would not mute their voice chat. This fix is live in-game right now, so if you're playing and you feel like you need to mute someone, don't worry. You can go ahead and click that button and it's going to work as intended for you. But we've got tons of other bug fixes that we've got communicated in the patch notes as well, so be sure to check that out on paladins.com. But let's move right into content, and we'll kick things off with our newest event pass. It's going to be the Lost Future event pass, and this one's got a little bit of cheeky lore behind it.
Atlas lore.
Fish, talk to me about what's the theme of this battle pass and how we got there.
Sure. So, as folks are probably aware, Paladins has played around with different timelines and stuff. And in the Lost Futures, we're kind of looking at what if corruption had spread kind of undeterred, and that's giving us some corrupted versions of champions that turned out really cool.
Yeah,
So
I'm
excited
definitely
to see
so. Speaking of corrupted champions, the first skin that we've got is Corrupted Atlas, who's going to be our instant
Atlas skin. Oh
for
my
this
God.
event pass. So first
That
of all,
looks cool.
New Atlas skin, let's go.
Yeah.
Second of
Well,
all,
we're
this
not
theme
crossing
is
that
just,
one off
like,
on the bingo
perfect
board.
for him.
Yep.
The card art is sick. What do y'all
Oh
think?
my God, that gives me Risk of Rain 2,
wiggly
Survivors of the
tentacle things
Void
going on his
vibes.
face. That's definitely corruption-y, and then his
The plasma
weapon
shrimp.
arm is
Oh my
definitely, we've
That
got-
is
we've got
really
these
cool.
Eyeballs going on.
Ooh,
There's
yeah.
so much good stuff here.
Yeah, that chrono cannon looks sick.
Yeah.
Oh my, he's even got eyes in his knee pads. That's like hardcore.
You cannot sneak up on
No.
Atlas.
This is amazing, and I believe we're getting ready. We're actually going to go in game and show off a little bit more of how this skin is going to look once you equip it.
Yo, Atlas mains
I
rejoice.
believe we are ready to go, so production is going to get us in, and we'll check this thing out.
There.
The most important part of the new asset.
Right?
Look at that style.
There
Oh,
it is.
that's so sick.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it for. Oh, okay.
I'm not normally one for like monster skins, but that looks
what?
cool.
Oh, it looks even better up close. Oh my
Right?
goodness.
I love the little eye movements. They're disconcerting, but they're really cool.
I love the oranges too.
It's an interesting compliment on his color
Does the
scheme.
mouth move? Because I know on the default gun, like where the mouth
Everyone,
is, that
all
like
the
the
teams
barrel
have
over
done-
there
all
moves
these
around.
Things with Atlas just knocked it out of the park. This
Yeah,
looks
really,
so good.
really good stuff. Our team.
Oh my goodness, look at those effects. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh,
that's cool.
Sick. That's what I was waiting for.
That's gonna creep some people out.
I don't know. It's almost like time is some type of construct. I don't
Right?
know.
Yeah.
Is that the default Atlas like
I want
voice
that,
actor?
right? Like-
It sounded like him.
That may have slipped into a voice line somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is all just so good. And then shout outs to our Hi-Res Nico for doing the voice pack. It's also really
Nice. Well, this is Corrupted Atlas, but as with all event passes, all of our skins have recolors.
That's right.
So we can get into the recolor for Corrupted Atlas, which is going to be Vile Atlas coming up here. And this one is dope.
That
I'm a
one
big
looks
fan
really
of
cool
green.
too.
same.
And
Sure.
green and purple is just like an iconic combo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now you could really go
Use that pair in a lot of games.
void infested Atlas.
This skin will be the one that
That's
I'm
a Risk of Rain
rocking
2
on.
joke. If y'all don't play that game, you all know. But
This one is nuts.
Yeah, those tentacles, everything about this skin is just like it's so. There's so much going on, and it just seems so extra for Atlas, but it fits him perfectly.
Right, this is sick. And I was looking at the card art. It's awesome. You know, we talked about the corruption, and you get the Yagurash
actually, I don't know.
silhouette in the background of
Yep.
that splash art. It's sick.
I love the green.
Leaning a
getting
little
kinda
more
like,
towards the
bright
first one.
and toxic-y, and also the different color scheme here makes the bone elements pop. I think I noticed those highlighted more in this
Oh
particular.
yeah, that's a
color as
good
well.
point. I didn't even realize, but yeah, you got the bones,
Yeah.
and the gun has teeth.
I'm just
Like,
so
what
happy
is
Atlas
that?
is
I
getting
didn't
a
even
skin.
notice
How
that in
long
the
has it
first
been,
one.
y'all?
That's
3
awesome.
years?
Very cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is Vile Atlas. They're going to be the recolor for Corrupted Atlas in the event pass coming up for you in the Heart of Darkness update. The next skin that we've got, moving on, the corruption is moving on, and it has taken over Io.
Oh no.
We've
Poor
got
Io,
Ooh.
not Io.
Corrupted Io.
The moon itself.
Ooh,
know.
she looks like Bora.
Oh my goodness, look at Luna. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, something happened.
I think you fed her after midnight or something.
Luna
Right?
looks like...
You didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the weapon there, it looks like it's stone or bone, like some kind of very like minerally, like jagged edge.
Oh yeah. Look at that tail.
It's literally, they just
Highlight
took
the face
Bora's outfit and put it on.
Right?
Highlights
Like
in
the
the
face.
face.
Io.
Yeah.
But it looks cool, though.
Awesome
Bora has a good
looking
outfit,
This
so
one's
it
got
works.
the bone kind of structures as well. I love the orange and black. Oh, we've got to turn around to Luna as well. We couldn't forget.
And that inner kind of flame stuff going on as well.
That's awesome.
A molten core kind of thing.
Yeah, so now Luna's.
That's
you know,
cool.
and
I like
they're
that.
not really protectors of the realm in this. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Something else.
They
is
are. The
happening.
realm is in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I believe we've got Corrupted Io getting ready. We have her in game to show off as we get production prepped a little bit.
I like how
There
they're
we go.
copying Daddy Mouse with trying
Out
to
over the
show off
beautiful
the,
city that
the skins
makes
like
it
that.
Who knows?
Destroy. Very confident there.
Tiny but powerful.
Right?
That's the scary thing.
And again, the orange
Yo, that
effects
weapon
and
looks
the
cool.
flames.
And like some smoke to some of them as well. That's cool.
Shout out to all the teams again. Such a good skin.
Almost definitely. Yeah. This turned out amazing.
I was lucky enough to be able to do the voice pack for this one as well. So when you're
Nice.
playing in game, play some of those voice lines and let me know what you think. It was a lot of fun. She's kind of going for that like a little scary, a little little detached, a little creepy vibe. So it was a lot of fun.
Definitely not your friendly neighborhood.
That was cool.
Definitely not.
Yeah, and that aggressive theme just works so well for her too.
Yago
Ooh,
fight.
we can check out a couple voice lines here.
So devoid. I am the end of all things. You to spoil. Attack.
So cute.
Got some pint sizing.
So pleased that you
Right?
joined my
Yeah.
quest.
You definitely hit the mark on the head with the cute and creepy
Yeah.
kind of aspect to this voice pack. But this is Corrupted Io. Definitely looking forward to checking her out in the realm. And let's move on to her recolor. That is going to be in the event pass. We have got Frozen Moon Io. And
Ooh.
again with the purples, but we've got some of the blues back that
Yep.
we think of
Some
when we think of
cyan, some
Io,
teal.
traditional colors, but definitely still on the darker side because it's predominantly purple. You've got some ominous vibes going
I
on.
like that they really went like lore heavy with this because Atlas and Io were very
Crystalline?
heavy lore characters for
yeah,
the
sure.
Darkness arc. That one looks
Those
really
eyes.
cool. I like that one.
Yeah, again, actually, the bone pops out a little more with this color scheme for
Right,
me.
yeah.
At least I was able to notice some of the bone work.
Got some dark light contrast going.
Yeah,
Very cool.
And of course, we've got Luna again.
yeah. I mean, these skins are just like you're definitely gonna want to grind for these. They're so
Right,
good.
this is incredible. I love the blue flames around Luna
Yeah.
as well.
It-
Turned out great.
The first one seemed like a natural consequence of the heat inside, and this feels kind of like an ethereal, something else magic going on.
Right, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, this turned out great. Well, that is the Lost Future event pass. All the content coming in your way in that new
Dang,
pass.
just 2 skins.
Skins for Atlas, Io.
I hate event
skins for
passes. I
Atlas,
want the
Io,
old
plus
battle
a
pass.
bunch of other corruption-themed cosmetics. I think I saw some loading frames, some sprays. So definitely be sure to check all those out on the patch notes. But we've got some other awesome skins headed your way as well. We've got, first off, the Diamond Trove Chest is going to be updated with a new skin for Canessa. Going to be Dune Strider Canessa. And I love
That
coming from
that
the
looks
Smite
really
side,
cool.
I love the kind of Egyptian-esque
Yep.
theme
Sure,
here, the
right.
sand. You know, it just speaks to my heart. What do you
I
all
like the
think?
weapon.
Yeah, very cool, and I like the kind of the desert outfits with some really like kind of royal pharaoh-esque like garnishments like their
Yeah.
jewels and stuff. Really like this.
Yeah, she's got that like her little backpack's like a canopic jar. Everything about this is really sick.
This is awesome. Yeah, I love it. I love the small little details and like her headdress, and then on her backpack, you've got all the kind of ancient Egyptian
Yeah, I like that.
here going on. So that's going to be Dune Strider Canessa coming in the Diamond Trove chest. And the last skin that we've got that we definitely want to show off is one I'm super excited about. It's going to be in the Arcane Powers chest. We have got Dragonette Betty La Bomba. And this one,
Yeah.
just
Nah,
out of the park.
that's
Every
a no for
aspect
me.
of this is so great. What do y'all think about this one?
I mean, I
She
love
looks like a
some internet memes.
like
and
a
I love,
cartoon character.
The kind of vibe we've got going here. Definitely a boss.
queen.
I've played this a lot, and I like this skin.
The weapon looks really cool,
I'll say it
but
again.
the
Look at
actual
that
skin,
tail.
like,
Look at that tail, of course. Oh, it looks even better in game. Oh,
Yep.
this is amazing.
Uh,
Shout outs to everybody on the Evil Mojo team on the art side.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's a
killing
no
it
for
with
me,
all the
y'all.
stuff,
I
but
love the little wings popping out of her back as well. That's really fun.
This is awesome. And of course, she's got her crown. Can't be Queen Betty LaBomba without her crown. But we're actually going to go in
That's
game
it.
because
Yeah,
this
that
one
does
is
look like a
awesome.
Mario
We're gonna
crown.
see a little bit more of her in game as we get ready to show off all the abilities and all that stuff.
Oh, hey, Betty.
There we go. What's
can
going
jump.
on?
Oh, I love the weapon too.
Oh, the weapon even has a crown. That's how you know.
Does the weapon have 2D textures like the
Right.
default?
I love the mix of like the metal for the chambers, and then some kind of organic scale or chitin looking stuff for the rest of the weapon. Very cool.
Yeah, I love the reptilian little nods.
Dang, the alt skill and the random bullshit go attacks don't have new.
I love the green trails.
New
too.
textures?
Yeah, this is awesome.
New pictures?
Comment on that. Yeah, everything about this is just really good.
Our driver's setting us up here. There we go.
That jump,
Nice.
Oh, you actually freeze in air when you
Oh,
use the ult. That's nice.
all the angles.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
And that's
it is
actually
that
so
really-
viable
it
because
just
one
fits in
strategy
so
with
well
Betty is
kind
like
of a
purposely
cute, but,
jumping
like,
over the
dragon, there's
edge
a little bit of
and
aggression,
then using
it's a
your
little
ult and
scary,
coming
but
back
at
and
the same time,
surprising
it's
them.
just
Now
like
you can do that like
really
way
good
more
stuff. Yeah.
effectively.
Right? Yeah. All right, well, let's take a listen to some of the voice lines for Dragonette Betty.
You mess with a dragon, you get an overused joke about horns. Oh boy, oh
The
boy.
old anti-joke.
I was just winging it.
That's
What do
not
you
the
hear
voice
me
I expected,
say?
but
Woo hoo? Oh yeah, I am straight fire. Dude, dragon fire are the dragon's wagon.
Just winging it, you know?
Right,
Yep,
just
yep.
winging it. Oh my gosh. All right, that's your pun for the show. Straight fire indeed, as Dragonette Betty would say. But we've got just a couple more cosmetics that we want to show off before we get into our champion reveal. We've got some gold skin updates coming up in
Ooh.
this patch. We've got the card art to show off to you for the first one. We've got Moji going to be getting an updated gold skin. I know
Look
this
at
is a
that.
project that the Evil Mojo team is just
Yeah.
continually working
Yes.
on, right, Fish?
We like to continue going back and making sure the bar is consistent up to our ever increasing standards. So really happy to go back and hit these.
Definitely, and this card art looks amazing. And then next up, we've got one more gold skin update for the patch, and it's going to be for Willow. coming
Who's
in the
Willow?
Heart of Darkness
My
update.
favorite.
whoa, that looks
This
good.
card art is awesome, and the black and gold is just such a classic color combo.
I don't know why they didn't change her skin color, but like everything else looks really good.
Relaxed, chill stance, and that
Why
glow
are you
we've got
shooting
going on
at
here.
me?
Look at her flower blaster, too. Look at
Right?
the petals.
That's awesome. Well, that will wrap it up for all of the content coming out in the Heart of
That
Darkness.
Willow skin
update,
looks
but
good though. I really
We've
like
got
that.
one
Yeah.
more very important section
Almost
to go
forgot.
over.
Yeah.
We've got the champion reveal for Lilith coming to you in just a second. We'll be right back on the other side of this video.
Our new champion, Lilith Pleasant from The Sims 2.
Stand down. I called her here. Grand Magister Leon. It's the only way to save him. He's dying.
Well, you do only call when you need my help. Now then, let's discuss terms.
R.I.P. Corvus.
Wow, what a video. I am super excited to dive deep into Lilith. That video has a little bit of lore implications on what's going on. Poor Corvus, right? Seven messed him up good.
That's right. He's looked better.
Right, he's definitely looked better. So, Alex, I'm going to defer to you. Talk to me about who Lilith is and where she fits into the realm and
Give
how
us that
we
lore.
kinda got here and why she is showing up now.
Sure. Yeah, so Lilith, our newest champion, our support champion, we can get in a little bit about her lore, but yeah, first she's just, she's been kind of hanging out on the
Interesting.
outside watching things, and she's definitely someone who is up to strike a bargain, but she's going to make sure that the odds are in her favor.
Is that
at the
low
end
for
of the day.
ultimate?
I mean, who wouldn't? Well, maybe I wouldn't, but she would. So yeah, the kind of like who Lilith is, let's go over the lore real quick. It says, like, what is the value of eternal life? At what point does the cost become too great? Lilith, through ill fortune and fear, has found herself on the path of this defiled discovery. Once a staunch defender of the magistrate, Lilith was a confidant and friend of Leon, even becoming a border lord in the far-off lands over which Leon holds dominion. Yet, this proud life would not last forever. Gravely wounded in a border incursion by resistance fighters, Lilith painstakingly crawled away from the battlefield, cursing those who brought her to death's door. What Lilith didn't know, what she couldn't have imagined, was that the Abyss would reach out to her and offer her a gift, an offer that was too powerful to refuse. Now, Lilith reigns from her dark corners of the realm. Aided by her unnaturally long life and keen mind, Lilith dashes from shadow to shadow with her deadly Heart of Crimson, a sinister weapon that swells with unnatural power whenever it tastes the blood of her enemies. Lilith works towards a realm blessed by the bounteous gifts once bestowed on her, ones that nobody will be allowed to deny.
Ooh, well, the splash art
Cool.
looks amazing, I believe.
And
we
like a
have
little bit of
turnaround
lore,
here,
like
so we
border
can get
lord like
a
Betty.
little bit of a closer look of Lilith.
Oh, so the
Art
Rubik's
of
Cube
the
is her
artist
weapon.
before we go in game, but
Moira, is that you?
she looks amazing.
Yeah, they again, everyone knocked it out of the park. Audio, visual, like VFX, concept art.
She looks
the
really
weapon,
cool in game.
team, rigging, everything about her is just, I love it. She's so good.
I love the theme too. Like, are there things worse than death, and what price is too much to pay? Like, there's a lot of fun stuff here.
And the price being too much to pay is kind of independent from person to person. It
Yeah.
depends on some people may be willing to pay a whole lot more.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, where Lilith comes in.
Yeah, and she even reached out, or the Abyss reached out to her, so maybe we'll see something else with the Abyss happen in the realm, because it's definitely kind of coming
Azad's
in
not
and
gonna like
using
that.
Lilith as a little bit of a way into the realm.
Yeah. Well, speaking of a way in, let's go ahead and go into game and start breaking down what's happening with Lilith. First of all, again, welcome to the realm, Lilith. Happy to have you here. But
Four
talk
ammo.
to me about her weapon. Let's start.
Ooh,
off
look at
because
the health
it's
bar.
Very unique.
Yes.
Heart of Crimson, Alex. What's going on with her weapon?
Yeah, so
Ooh,
the
that's
Heart of
cool.
Crimson
That's a
you can
cool
see is
weapon.
This kind of little puzzle box, like it's really beautiful, kind of mysterious, right? But this was gifted to her by the Abyss. And so what this is it's a weapon that is going to shoot out some of that channeled blood energy. It kind of has this big piercing shot. Right now she has 4 ammunition. That's max, right? So you really need to land your shots with these. But they do a pretty hefty amount of damage,
Is
around
that
625
625?
per shot. And that can be affected by a few things. But you can actually gain some of that ammunition back too. But right now that box, and you can see how beautiful it looks like when it reloads, the spinning heart. This is just kind of like where she draws a lot of her power from, right? And that's where she's going to
Alright, kind of like a ray
hitting people
projectile.
from all of the time. And it's, as the lore implies, she kind of draws blood and energy from those that she kills and wounds, and it kind of is trapped in that box right there. That Heart of Crimson.
Definitely.
When this first came in the playtest, like I reloaded just for fun because I really like the way that turned out. It's a very cool weapon and a very cool animation we got.
Right, and we went through quite a few variations, and once the box was kind of promoted and everyone looked at it, it was kind of like, yeah, that's what we're going with.
Awesome. Well, I apologize because I skipped over a point. I'm looking at the health bar.
Yeah,
it's very
oh.
unique. What's happening with her health?
Something different there.
Yeah, so actually, this is a big part of her kit. So she is a support, like I said. Her base health, again, without cards, is 750, but she has that red bar, what we're just going to call her blood health.
Thanks,
And right now, that is sitting at around 2,500. And so when Lilith is attacked, that blood health will be hit first. Think of it like a permanent shield, or it is her health. But she's also going to use that blood health to cast some of her abilities, and we'll get into that. But it also means that she is going to regain that blood health by using her blood hex, by using her swarm ability, but she also needs to cast with that same blood health. So if you're hitting Lilith a lot and you're damaging her and you get her low, it's going to be a little harder for her to use some of her abilities because it's tied in with her health.
That's a very interesting gameplay loop, and I'm super excited to go a little bit deeper as we talk about that Blood Hex, which is the alt fire. Fish, talk to me about what's going on with that.
So the Blood Hex is kind of an interesting complement to the rest of the kit. It does not draw on the blood pool. It's one of her few abilities that do not draw on it, and it applies a mark. You can apply it to an ally, or you can apply it to an enemy. If you apply it to an ally, we're going to see these swarm of bats, and they're going to heal them over time. If you apply it to an enemy, it's going to damage them over time instead. And either way, because it's not drawing from her blood pool, and those ticks are filling it, you're going to use this you're going to weave it in between the other abilities to make sure you still have health to not
That's some decent damage over time.
Blood health to cast from. So it's a very cool thing. It also reveals an enemy to Lilith only while they are marked.
Ah, nice.
Is it line of
Yeah,
sight?
and it does for that blood mark.
Dang, Genos just became even more
2%,
relevant.
but it does a max % of their health damage. So you can actually never kill someone with the blood mark, but you're always going to be taking just a % of their max health. So it
Percent
has
based, okay.
more damaging effects, right? The higher health they are.
Great, awesome. So you definitely want to.
Is it percent based healing too?
Your engages with this.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll mark and then try to hit them with your primary, stuff like that.
Right, and actually what I had mentioned before is the kind of fun interaction is when you mark an enemy, only an enemy, and you hit them with your in-hand fire, you will actually get a refund of that ammunition. So if you're landing your shots on marked enemies, you're not consuming ammo.
Oh, that's awesome. Love how the alt fire and the main fire work together like that. Well, let's move on to some of the abilities. The first ability we've got, ability 1, is Death Wings. Alex, what's going on with this one?
So this is how Lilith is going to kind of like fly into the battle zone, right? Like she has these bat-like qualities, and we wanted to add that in with this movement ability. So Death Wings is a movement ability. She leaps into the air, but instead of just coming right back down, she actually gains a decent amount of air control, and she floats down gently almost.
That's it?
This is something that becomes really cool for repositioning, for tagging that ally that's a little far away, and you can see those beautiful blood wings.
Yeah.
So
Another
this is just
freaking
really
leap
cool 'cause you
ability,
see
y'all.
her- Everything about her is very graceful, and she kind of glides through the battlefield, and it fits so perfectly. This does consume blood health. And we'll have those final numbers eventually, but right now this does consume some of your blood health, so you want to be cognizant of that when you're in the battlefield. The cool thing about this is that you can actually reactivate the ability in air, and what it does is it slams down onto the ground. So maybe you jump into the air, and you're like, I'm taking too much fire. I'm going to hit it again, and you're going to
that's
straight
kinda
down
cool.
and deal a little bit of damage.
Nice.
It's just a little
You'd
more
step on people,
escapability,
I'm
right?
sure
That
a lot
idea,
of-
like this bat swooping down. So
A lot of players
she's
would
gonna
like
be up in
that.
the air, she's going to be floating, but you can always reactivate it at no extra blood cost to get down to the ground really quickly.
Awesome. So yeah, definitely.
I'm not a big fan of like losing health. Like I never liked characters like that in games, where you have to sacrifice your health to do things.
Ability
But we'll
2
see.
is going to be Swarm. Fish, talk to me about Swarm. What's happening with this one?
Sure. So what you're doing with Swarm is you're kind of designated an area, and that area is going to be good for your team. You're getting heals in there, and it's going to be bad for the enemy. And one of the interesting things about it is you can actually channel this by holding this ability button or key longer. It's going to strengthen it, so you can have a weak, a medium, or a strong version of this. It's a really powerful AoE heal over time. You can throw it on a capture point. You can throw it around the cart and really give your team some survivability.
Okay.
And then if you're hitting those, that's going to help build up your blood pool again
I
as
see,
well.
yeah.
Yep. A lot of fun with that.
Yeah, we can see the driver here.
So basically,
A very nice tan.
Maldama gourd, but
everything's
different.
set up so that we can actually see some of these damaging numbers, healing numbers, things like that. And there you go. You can see that channeling.
oh look at
Channeling
that
is a little
healing.
more health. But like any ability that's kind of this pool that's cast on the ground, your team has to also be like, hey, get inside, please. Please heal.
Definitely. You've got to direct them. So this is where we start seeing some of the support aspects of our kit coming in with the heal.
And you can see also that that ability uses the most of her blood health.
Yep.
It will also, if you play it properly, you can get a lot of it back almost instantly if you play it right. But if you kind of whiff it, or if you put it somewhere that's maybe not great, like you're using a decent amount of your blood health. So just, remember that.
investment.
Yep.
For sure. All right. It's time for the grand finale, the ultimate ability, Blood Moon. Alex, walk us through Lilith's ultimate.
Okay, so yes, again, Lilith being this kind of the heartless, this queen of the night type of character, right? She's always looking to make the battlefield, she wants it to her advantage and her team's advantage. She's a healer. So this is a global wide alt, or it's a map wide alt. What this is going to do is it's going to actually cover the battlefield in this blood moon. So it kind of everything takes on this sickly red and black hues. It's very creepy for the enemy team. And during this, Lilith's team can actually gain pure life rip. And so what we mean by that, and this is a new effect we added, your team gets 35% life rip. It can't be cauterized, so if I hit an enemy with my infinite bullet as anyone on Lilith's team, I'm getting 35% life rip automatically. And that lasts for 8 seconds. So that's the team-wide buff. For Lilith herself, she's actually going to have increased movement speed, health regen, and she can jump way higher and more often, right? So we reduce the cooldown.
I mean,
the
on
jump.
paper
So
it sounds
essentially
weak, but
she's moving around a lot. You can tell this is from her perspective. You get this cool kind of blood.
oh
effect.
wow, look at that.
She's moving. She's just real aggressive in this state. But your team is going to be getting that 35% life rip. And then for the enemy team, it might be a little hard here to see, but it will become really cool, red and black, and it really has this kind of beautiful effect. Also, it's very creepy on the battlefield, so I want people to see that. Think of it like a Mayvault, just less intense.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and I think I saw a note from Tambo there. Looks like we won't.
Very
be able
interested to
see
see
the
how
enemy
that lifesteal
perspective
plays
there.
out. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be like too impactful. Like, it's definitely not. I don't know, because then again, I was going to say it's not on the same impact level as Yingult, but Yingult can get caught. Apparently the 35 lifesteal cannot.
Let's start off with the default talent. It's going to be Cursed Accord. What's happening with this one?
Yeah, this is the first talent. This is your default talent. This is just the one, like, I want to heal more,
Decrease damage
maybe
output.
deal a little less damage, but I'm going to be just concentrating on healing. So what this does is it decreases the damage output across all of your abilities. Your Blood Hex, your Swarm, and your Hand Fire. You're just dealing a little less damage, but what that's going to give you is a higher healing output as well as a decreased blood cost on those abilities.
Okay.
So you want to be able to, with this talent, if I want to cast my healing Swarm more, I just want to heal more in general, I want to fly around more, this is the talent for you. Again, you're not going to be super aggressive, but this is the player that's like, I want to pocket or I want to support my team fully. That's what Cursed Accord is going to do for you.
Really lean into that support role for
Yes, for sure, definitely. Her level 2 talent is Maelstrom of Carnage. What's happening with this talent?
Sure. So for that, she's enhancing her swarm ability. So she is increasing the radius. She is lowering the cooldown, but it is also attaching to her. She's no longer casting it at a distance. It's always on her, and that means it will move with her. So you really play a lot differently because now you have to be the radius. So if you're having trouble positioning it such that your allies are going to go into it, you can just go to them. But it's taking away that range element and then enhancing all the other parts of it to really get value.
I'm not sure, like, I like that talent, I'm just not sure how useful it would be.
I love the talent system in Paladins because it allows you to play.
Because normally,
right? So if you want to play default,
supports, you don't want to be right next to your front lines trying to heal them. And this is like, you need to be right next to your front lines to heal them.
I'm going to play with my team. We're going to be team fight
now.
focused, and we're going to move as a unit.
Yeah.
So moving on to this last talent, Murderous Intent. What's going on with this one?
Yeah, so this one is her I'm aggressive talent. What this does is it's going to now make her in-hand weapon shot, those blood bullets or those blood spear, whatever you want to call it, like they will now pierce enemies. And for each pierce shot that it does, it deals 90 more damage. So this is just your typical, like, this thing just got really sharp, right? Like, I'm now hitting enemies, and this also procs off of deployables, and it procs off of other, I think, like pets, things like that. So you can hit enemies that are further away too. This has no damage fall off on this one. So
I'm
the
not
base
sure
one
how to
does have
feel
slight
about that
damage
one.
fall off, but this has no damage fall off. But the only downside is that it's a little smaller, right? So it's like there's always a little bit of give and take. And kind of to your point, talents are an interesting point in Paladins to give players different ways to kind of attack the game. And this one is like, the shots are a little harder, so they're a little bit smaller. They're not as large, but you're piercing now, and they have no fall off.
I played a lot with this one in play
I'm not sure how to feel about piercing damage. Like, how often are people lining up like that?
So it's a fun synergy if you really want to lean into the style.
This is awesome. Well, I believe that
movement
wraps it
skill
up
is so
for Lilith
underwhelming,
and
I'm sorry.
her
It's just
talents.
another buck leap.
We've got some awesome cosmetics and recolors coming with Lilith when this update goes live. Oh yeah, before we get it, I'm getting ahead of myself. Voice lines. We definitely want to hear what she sounds like. Let's listen to some of the voice lines for Lilith.
Her debut.
Your blood will pair beautifully with my evening meal. How gory. The night embraces you. Blood.
Nice. That's the
I
one.
want to suck your blood. You know me. I'm such
Dang,
a
Lilith.
pain in the neck.
process.
That line's gonna be spammed so
Sort of
much.
otherworldly feel.
And if
Right.
if you listen to those footsteps too, it's like she's constantly walking through a creepy castle at night. Like it's these heels just walking and
Right.
echoing. It's so well done.
Definitely don't want to be down that hallway that she is on the other side of. For
Not
sure.
at all.
Well,
Well, maybe you're into that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
maybe,
who,
yeah,
who
maybe.
knows? Yeah, maybe you are. Maybe you are into that. We'll see. But yeah, let's talk about some of the recolors that Lilith's coming out with in the next update. Let's do the season pass recolor first. This is going to be Sunborn Lilith. So I definitely love this because it's kind of going back to the lore. This is
Okay.
pre-Abyss, right?
This is
Before
pre-Abyss.
the fall.
Yeah, before the fall, exactly. This is the Lilith. Like if you want the kind of, you don't want the wings on the head. You want her to have that little more of like that human, pre-corrupted vibe. That this is the Lilith you're going for.
So warm blood pumping through her veins.
That still looks
Exactly,
cool.
yeah.
Skin tone.
She can still fly. We don't need to talk about that, but
Right,
she
yeah.
she is still she's much more human looking.
Very skilled jumper. is
Exactly.
this Lilith.
Yep. Floating with style is what we call it. I love the silvers and browns as well.
It's
Very
got
classic.
A
Yes.
cool like adventure kind of outfit too. Like,
Yeah. It's like RPG. She's joining
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
party.
Yeah.
You know. Let's go. All right. Next up, let's talk about the default recolor. It's going to be Wicked Hex Lilith. And this one's got some green.
Ooh, that
buttons
one looks
going on
cool.
My
here.
favorite.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
not human at all in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, this one, like you look at that, the kind of cape or that like flowing kind of fabric behind her. Now it has like these, it's like belts and
Yep.
chains.
Yep.
I mean, it's like,
I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
yeah, it's super sick. And
Ooh,
like
it
her
looks a
hair. I
little-
mean, this is my
little
favorite.
more
but
dull
this
in
is just,
game.
like,
Yeah.
she's going 100% for it with this.
Card
one.
art
She's
looked a little better.
Definitely the heartless.
Right? Yeah.
I've always liked that too many belts aesthetic too. Like
Too
that.
many belts.
I vibe with it. Yeah.
It's definitely a vibe. And I love the green hair.
Yeah, that's so
that
good.
That
together.
really pops. Yeah.
Yeah, the green hair, all blacked out. Oh, I even love the small hint of green on her weapon as well. That's a nice little touch.
And the black brings out like the little rubies and stuff around as well.
It looks amazing. Well, the last skin that we got for Lilith is going to be her gold skin. So get level 50 with Lilith. I know we got some grinders
Show it
out
off.
there.
Sidel,
in the
is that
community
you?
who
Be
get this like
first.
day one.
Yeah.
We'll see who
Who's
gets
gonna
this
be?
first. But again, the classic black and gold here for Lilith. I love the white hair as well.
Right?
Look at that moon.
What happened?
That
to
moon
This is a
rains
support,
some
y'all.
days.
Yeah, this is a great. I mean, all of our mastery skins are awesome, but this one is like, I mean, they're just
That-
like the hair.
that's the gold skin?
Kind of goes from that white almost to that kind of our mastery purpley skin.
Yeah.
Like that we
Doesn't
have,
really look
so,
that gold.
Yeah, I think this one is just
Needs to be a little
so
more
good. I don't
vibrant.
know what to say about it. It's awesome.
White hairstyle is always a fun aesthetic as well.
It's turned out absolutely amazing. Definitely looking forward to getting some.
The weapon
candles
looks
in
cool.
Lilith.
It's just the actual
This
skin
is
that
a
doesn't look
must-have.
gold.
This color combo is sick.
This is one champion that definitely does not suck.
Right? Oh my God, that's your one card. Everybody got one. Oh my goodness. Well, that is it for the Heart of Darkness update show. Gentlemen, once again, thanks so much for joining me in person.
thank
It
you.
feels good to have us all here to talk about some Paladins.
Absolutely.
Community, thanks so much for tuning into the stream and checking out everything headed your
All right,
way
we're gonna
in
head to
Paladins.
the
On
patch
behalf
notes
of
after and see what we missed
me,
and fill out the bingo
Fish,
board.
Alex, everyone on Evil Mojo, all the production team, we are signing off here. Be sure to keep an eye out on our social media channels for PTS. We're shooting to have that out for you on Friday, but we'll be sure to let
Okay,
you
very
know
nice.
as soon as it is available for play. But other than that, we will catch you next time. We'll see you in the realm.
Thanks for playing.
All right, peace, y'all. Thank you for making Paladins. Okay, I need the patch notes, so hold on, y'all. Let me put this, not that one. Let me put this up for just a sec while I get us to the patch notes. And the only reason I'm putting that up is I don't trust Twitter. I do not. I do not. There's some creepy stuff on Twitter. And knowing my luck, one of them will pop up right when I'm trying to do this. So give me a second. Let me get some freaking patch notes here. Paladins, Heart of Darkness. I really need to add an intermission screen. Oh my god, where is it? I don't see any patch notes anywhere. Hold on, y'all. I have a very outdated patch notes. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Alright, let me just see. Does our bingo board interfere? Oh, not really. Perfect. Perfect. We can get started. Here we go. Heart of Darkness update notes. New champion Lilith the Heartless. They read this already. We're not going to read that again. So support 750 base health, and then you could get a bonus 2,500 with that blood health, the red health. So 3,250 when capped out, although that health isn't really going to last. Let's see, the weapon is Heart of Crimson. Lilith shoots a charged bolt of blood from her mysterious cube, has a max of 4 ammo, deals 625 per shot. Blood Hex. Lilith can choose to hex an enemy or an ally, dealing damage to herself over time while healing herself, or healing allies over time while healing herself. So she does have built-in self-healing. This is the ability that doesn't cost any blood health. Be nice if they told us how much health you're healing. But they don't. Alright, let's see. Ability 1, Death Wings. Oh my god, hold on, yo. Sorry, the allergies got me. Had a little bit of a coughing fit. We have Ability 1, Death Wings. Lilith leaps into the air and gains air control. Lilith can reactivate her flight to slam directly into the ground, dealing damage in a small radius. It's another buck leap. Yawn. And then we have Swarm. Lilith channels a swarm of bats to heal her allies or damage her enemies. Lasts 3.75 seconds. Has 3 channeled states that deal increased healing / damage. Alright. And then the ultimate is Blood Moon. Lilith channels the Blood Moon. Allies receive 35% pure life rip. So this cannot be cauterized. Very interested to see how this will play. Lilith moves faster, jumps higher, and constantly regens health during this ult. Lasts for 8 seconds. I mean, against champions who have, like, really good DPS, this is going to be so good. And then let's see the talents. So, is that a bloated base kit, y'all? I don't know. I'll let you guys vote on that. Is this... Where is it here? Is this a bloated base kit? Let me check the talents out. So the default Cursed Accord. Decrease your damage output across all damaging abilities by 25%, while decreasing the blood cost on all abilities by 35%, and increasing her healing output by 15% to her and her allies. I feel like this is going to be definitely, like, the go-to talent. Most supports like to heal bot in this game. Sad to say. Yeah, I'm leaning towards no. I don't think it's bloated either. Alright, level 2, Maelstrom of Carnage. Lilith casts a cloud on herself and it moves with her. Ability cost is decreased by 25% while the radius is increased by 30%. This talent I don't know how to feel about. Because this promotes you... I mean, you could use it selfishly. Does this ability heal yourself? Heal her allies or damage her. I don't think this ability actually heals you. So, like, I guess you could use this if you get swarmed. If you feel like you're going to keep getting swarmed, you use it to defend yourself. But, like, I feel like just having it in an area would be safer. Like, especially if you put it for your main tank on the point. You don't have to, like, go meet them halfway. Alright, and then the last one is Murderous Intent. Projectiles pierce enemies but are smaller. And it's not listed here, but they said in the showcase that the piercing projectiles do 90 more damage per enemy pierced. That's why playing all heal bot, Lilith. Weak talents. I don't think these are weak talents. I think this one's a little weird. Like, I feel like she's gonna get... I don't know. I don't know now, actually. I feel like she's gonna get shoehorned into only being able to use this talent. I don't see this talent being very useful. And maybe with this one, I'm not too sure. Maybe on this, no on this, yes on this. That's my initial opinion. So, weak talents... I mean, there's a weak talent. I'm not gonna put it yet. Alright, let's see. So we have the armor weapon cards. Blood Cannon. Increase extra blood health by 250 scaling, while decreasing base health by 125 scaling. Alright, interesting. So you have more blood health, but less base health. Alright. Gloomy Nook. Gain a 150 shield for 1.75 seconds after falling to or below 75% health. That activates pretty quickly, wow. Alright, Sharpened Slaughter, set ammo to 2 while increasing projectile speed. That's what that 2 ammo was in the... That sounds like really fun. Set ammo to 2. I mean, 2 shots sucks, but like you could have like really fast projectiles. That might be cool. 25-10 scaling, so 65% faster, right? I think. And then let's see. Gain 1.5 scaling, percent extra health when hitting a marked enemy. So I'm assuming with the Blood Hex, right? You mark someone and then you hit them. 7.5% health. Kept out. I mean, that's some decent self-sustain. Alright, let's see. Cards for the Blood Hex. Which one's the Blood Hex again? I'm sorry. Okay, this is the Alt Fire. Hitting in Blood Sense. Hitting an enemy with Blood Hex will reveal them to your team for half a second. Scaling, okay. Increase your allies' movement speed by 4% scaling when they are marked by Blood Hex. That's gonna be pretty good. Reduce the blood cost of Death Wings by 4% while an enemy is marked with Blood Hex. I get the idea. You mark someone, then you run away. Reduce the blood cost of Swarm while an ally is marked by Blood Hex. Okay, this one might be picked a lot for the synergy. And then let's see. Cards for Death Wings. Sanguine Pack. I might have mispronounced that, I'm sorry. Reduce the cooldown of Blood Hex by half a second after activating Death Wings. Okay. Increase vertical movement of Death Wings by 5% scaling. Reduce your damage taken by 10%, 5% scaling for 1.5 seconds after activating Death Wings. Increase the lateral movement of Death Wings. Alright, so at least you can change your trajectory, which is something you can't do on Octavia and Buck. So that makes it a little more unique. I mean, it's still an Octavia Buck leap, but... you know. Alright, let's see. Enriched Blood. This is the Swarm cards. Increase the damage and healing of Swarm by 4%, but reduce its duration by 0.35 seconds scaling. Interesting, so you could have a 20% bonus damage. I don't know if this equates to like 20% less uptime capped out. I'm not sure if this one will be picked that much. Very interesting that you could like modify your damage and ammo like so much here. Like usually these aren't cards, these are like talents to change your damage and stuff like that. Reduce the effective crowd control for allies within Swarm by 5... Oh, this is going to be a must pick. I thought they said they weren't going to add cards like these anymore. You have just Resilience 1 for free just by standing in the Maldamba Gourd. I mean, it's a good card, but I don't like that because that's going back to like the beta days where you needed to have these cards capped out because then you would have item store variety. I don't know. Might be good if you, for like an alternate build, if you see the enemy team has a lot of stuns, you pick this so your main tank doesn't suffer. Poor things. Alright, let's see. Overflowing Delights. Increase the radius of Swarm by 2%, but increase its cost by 3%. A lot of do this, but does that. A lot of give and take cards here. Symbiotic Relationship. Increase the healing allies receive from Swarm by 4%, but increase its cost by 4%. It's definitely like a risk-reward type healer. I'm not sure if this is going to be for everybody. Throwing card. Alright, so this is the Sunborn Lilith. This is the pre-vampire skin. Then we got Wicked X. This looks so much better in the card art than in-game. In-game, it looked so flat. Golden Lilith, and this looked like bronze. Alright, so emotes. Let me see, can I zoom in here? Oh. There she is. I'm gonna bite your head off. And what's this one? Oh, she's playing with a little Rubik's Cube. Closes it up. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it a little bigger. Alright, there's her default victory pose. And then transfixed. That is like a weird, like, rap album pose. Lilith's about to drop the fire. Some hot beats. Alright, Paladins Lost Future Event Pass. Okay, so hold on. We have to go back here. So, for our bingo cord. New champ is unfinished. She did not look unfinished. Betty just left a bad taste in my mouth, but she looked good. Has weak talents? I don't really think so. Bloated base kit, I mean, it's a little more complicated than like other supports, but I wouldn't say it's like Yagarath's levels of bloated. Only one playstyle. I don't know, she looked like, I'm very impressed. She looked very multifaceted. So I'm not checking any of these off. Like, she looked good. Alright, anyway. So, save time itself from an event darker, from an even darker future in our latest event pass, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you get Corrupted Atlas. This skin looks so cool. I can't wait to get that. Risk of Rain 2. Survivors of the Void, Paladins Edition. And then you have Vora Io. I mean, Corrupted Io. Also very cool. And then you got Vile Atlas, which the splash art looks a little better than in-game, again. And then Frozen Moon Io. Very cool skins all around. And I'm not normally one for monster skins. I said this earlier, but I like these. These look really cool. New sexy skin. Do you guys consider this to be a sexy skin? Or the Lilith skin from earlier, the season pass one? Do you guys consider these to be sexy skins? You know who's the real sexy star here? It's this one right here. Not Io, the Atlas sexy skin. Yes, no. Alright, we have 3 yeses. I mean, some people really like Vora's default look, and now Io has that. You know, the Betty skin is obviously the sexiest here, so... Alright, we're gonna mark it. Hold on, y'all. Alright, where did I put sexy skin? Right over there. Okay. Deselect that. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Other event pass, exclusive unlocks, Lost Future. That's a cool spray. The Maw Hungers. Loading frame, alright. Dark Embrace, that's a cool. That's a cool loading frame, I like. Avatar, my bad. Animated spray, swallowed whole. Alright. A little weird. Eyes of the Beholder. That's cool, I like that, that's cute. Let's see, Terrible Fate. There's some Yagarath. No Escape. Dark Embrace Pip. Dang, we got gypped on a Pip skin, y'all? That would have been a sick Pip skin. Dang. Shattered Moon. Dang, sorry, Io. I love how that's like the one defining feature of the Paladins realm is that the moon just freaking exploded. I feel bad for the Pip mains. That would have been a really cool skin. Alright, Trials of the Realm. Please, no ridiculous challenges. Praying for you. Alright, menu theme, Amelie. Alright, I think... Yeah, more music packs. We got another one. Hold up, y'all. Boom. There we go. Death card, the Heartless. The Heartless obey me now, Sora. Announcer pack, Leon. I called this yesterday. I saw Leon in the trailer. I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't call her back just to voice like 2 seconds in the trailer. They got an announcer pack for her. Really cool for the Leon mains. I don't know who this is, but apparently some people are excited. Dark Embrace Bomb King. We got gypped on a Bomb King skin too? Really? This is why I wish we had the old battle passes. That looks sick too. Alright, MVP time's up. Oh, can we zoom in a little? Or is it gonna... It's a little blurry, y'all, but very like power pose over there. Oh god, Rom, rock on. I like that. Cover artist on YouTube, nice. I like that we're getting the more crossovers here. Alright, I like the goodies from this Trials of the Realm. Definitely gonna have to grind for some of those. Let's just pray that the challenges aren't ridiculous. Kill 10 enemies with the coin from Sati's Ricochet. Alright, LTMs, let's see. 3 unique and 5 previously popular modes that will rotate. Okay. Lilith versus Lilith. Yawn. Create bloody chaos. And Lilith versus Lilith. Choose any champion anytime. Choose any champion in this frenetic mode. All abilities have their cooldowns reduced by 35%, while ultimates have been disabled. Interesting. Cons to spare. Con via Leon. Okay. Leon has had enough of Khan's protection, but his regal armor is stronger than she knows. Khan's health has been increased, and his ability cooldowns have been reduced as well. Leon deals more damage and has increased ultimate. These two sound lame. I'm sorry. Lame LTMs. The choose any sounds cool, but... yeah. Alright, customization, golden emoji. That looks... she looks good. That looks good. And then golden Willow. They didn't have to, but they did. Who's Willow? She's Willow. I hope this looks good in-game. I feel like it's going to be a case of it looking good on the splash art, and then it's going to be like... in-game, but we'll see. And then Dragonette Betty. Moving on. Is this a furry skin? What do they call these scalies? That's different though. That's not a furry skin. So, we're moving on. Dune Strider Kinessa. Available in the Diamond Trove chest. Can be purchased directly. Okay. Alright, chests. Arcane Power chest has been expanded to add Dragonette Betty. Diamond Trove has been expanded. Alright, so no new chest. Ooh, okay. General updates. We got a new rank split, a new Siege Beyond Schism, and some long overdue enemy bots in the upcoming patch. In addition, we've added some additional content to the Arcane Power chest and Diamond Troll chest, and blah 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 blah. Okay, let's see. The following champions have been added to the list of bots. Koga, Dredge, Atlas, Io, Rom, Tiberius, Corvus, Aura, Octavia, Vatu, Sati, Azan, Betty LaBamba. Okay. One thing I want to know is, like, if a character has a dedicated bot, does that mean when, like, your player in-game disconnects and they happen to be one of these champions, does that bot play better? Or is it just going to be the same old garbage? Alright, let's see what else we got. Free rewards. Each video will grant more gold. The rotating rewards for every 5th view will change as well. So every 5 advertisements you watch, you get 10 crystals. Every 10, you get a Flare and Style chest. 20 bounty coins, 20, you get nothing. I mean, this is kind of nice. You could get the Flare and Style chest if you watch 10 ads. Might be worth doing if you have the time, I don't know. Yeah. We're also enabling a one-time quest to earn at least 1 free reward. Okay. Alright, Siege Beyond. This is the second schism. And nobody liked the item store. So, it's going. Alright, let's see. The second will be focused on how the cart is pushed. Barrick has been working on a new cart design. It's an old cart design, but a new cart design, and it could well be a game changer. All the factions have adopted it, but like many new technologies, there may still be some bugs to work out. Paladin's slogan. Paladin's slogan right there. Schism 2 prototype cart. In Siege Beyond, the initial point is captured normally and spawns a cart for the capturing team. This is where things get interesting. The cart will now move forward on its own, of its own volition, gaining or losing speed based on how many allies and enemies are in range. So, how does the defender stop the cart's advance? By destroying it. The prototype is vulnerable to damage from weapons and skills, and after sustaining enough damage will break down completely until repaired. When a cart breaks down, the pushing team will need to repair it by controlling points, which the defenders can contest, to get the cart back up and running. Depending on how commandingly they do so, the new cart may offer additional advantages once it's repaired. As per Siege, core rules, advancing the cart to the enemy's base will win win the round and earn a point. The first team to accumulate 5 points wins. Okay. This sounds like really interesting, and I do not like Siege. But it sounds fun. Because it's actually something different. It's not that boring last one where it's just Siege with wacky items. Alright, rank split updates. Static Avatar, Queen of the Night. Okay. Seeker's Gaze, Commendation Reward. Alright, let's see. Time to spice things up. For this rank rotation, we'll be swapping out Frozen Guard for Slipstone Quarry, and keep the new Warrior's Gate reworked out to account for polish. Okay. Boring. Alright, balance time, y'all. Crack your fingers, crack your knuckles. Here we go. In an effort to constantly explore avenues to improve not only in-game content, but the entire Paladins experience, these notes are in a slightly different format than previously, including the current descriptions of most of the cards, talents, abilities being changed. Please let us know your thoughts on this format. Overview, this update has a mixture of overperforming champions being brought more in line with the rest of the roster, quality of life changes for champions frustrating to play as or against, and buffs or slight reworks to underutilized cards or talents. Some of these changes are a bit more extensive than others, especially when introducing different mechanics or gameplay experiences, but we look forward to gathering data. Alright. Hydrating, y'all. Here we go. Alright, first up is on. Base health reduced from 4,005 to 4,250. The Ire passive max DR going from 15% to 12%. Conviction, lowered range. This is the dash, by the way. The dash where you could kidnap somebody. The range has been lowered from 50 units to 45. Stun duration has been lowered. At base, the stun on a sanctuary wall has been lowered from 1.7 to 1.5 seconds. And on other walls, when it actually decides to work, stun has been lowered from 0.85 to 0.75 seconds. And then when you're using the tempering talent, I think that's what it's called, where it augments your abilities, but they have longer cooldowns. The stun on a sanctuary wall will be 2.35 seconds, and on a normal wall it will be 1.175 seconds. So, slight reduction there. Reckoning, this is the lift. Reduced lift duration from 0.3 to 0.25 seconds. Okay. And Deliverance, increased damage on landing from 150 to 250. At least the ultimate's a little bit better. Poor Azan, this is a lot. Ugh. He might still be good, we have to see. This Ire is like nothing, though. This just makes that third talent even more useless, where your Ire bar doesn't decay. Like, wow, 12% DR. Okay. And you're losing your bonus damage, too. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Barrack. The Barricade Alt-Fire increased base health from 3,750 to 4,000. Very nice buff, because this thing, like, goes down so fast. I'm very interested to see how that'll play. Alright, Tinkering, another buff. Increased damage from 535 to 550. Okay. It's like they're trying to get you to play Forge Fire, the other talents, more. I'm just not sure because the Barrack talent is still... I'm sorry, the Barricade talent is still very good, so we'll have to see. But this is a nice base kit buff. Tinkering, I don't know. Alright, Betty La Bamba. Added rate of fire to the description, added max ammo. Where is it? I don't see it. How fast does this thing fire? Explosive personality, decreased damage per jump from 300 to 235, so you're losing 225 damage over the 3 jumps, I think, right? No. No, I'm wrong. Hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me get my calculator on the other computer. 300 minus... I'm sorry, it's too early. Too early for math. 65. You're losing 65 damage per jump, and across the 3 jumps, that is 195 damage you're losing. Meh. Alright, Long Live the Queen. The ultimate, the damage has been upped from 1700 to 1900, so you can insta-kill a few flanks now. Increased riding speed from 70 units a second to 80 units a second, and the missile speed matches that. And it now locks you in place in the air during the initial build-up, so you can, like, jump off the map, like, on purpose, use the ult, you'll stay in place, and then you come back up and surprise them. So, I like these. These are very nice buffs. This, I mean, fair, I guess. This is going to nerf the combo of jumping on someone and landing the primary at the same time, but, you know. And then this one I hate. They nerfed the God of Bounce talent. The cooldown reduction goes from 6 seconds to 5 seconds. So now Explosive Personality has a 5-second cooldown when you use the talent instead of 4 seconds. And meanwhile, Betty's other 2 talents are still Garbo tier. Like, why would you ever pick them? This is one problem I really have with the Paladins balance team, and they did this with Batu too, where the champion only has 1 talent, aka 1 viable playstyle, and instead of propping up the other 2 talents to be on par or at least usable, they decide to just nerf the only viable aspect of the talent pool. And they're doing that again here. I mean, it's not huge, it's an extra second, but it's gonna matter. There's a lot of times where you just get out, like, barely get out, and yeah. Alright, let's see. Eureka moment. This is where every 2,500 damage you deal, you generate 1 ammo. The base has been lowered from 2,005 to 2,000. I mean, I still never see this card played, but you know. And then Labor of Genius, the old card increased the time before your in-hand grenades explode by 10%, which was useless. No one would ever pick this. And the new one is hits with grenade launcher increase reload speed by 5% per level. I'm sorry, 5% for half a second per level, stacking up to 3 times. Additional hits refresh the duration. I mean, that's pretty good, stacking up to 3 times. So you could get 15% reload speed just by hitting 3 enemies. I mean, you do have to level it a little bit, because Betty Fire is kind of slow. Let's see, we heard the sentiment. We heard the sentiment is that Betty La Bamba has a few aspects that are misaligned with the rest of her player experience. Namely, her ultimate felt underwhelming, and her mobility can be frustrating to play against. I mean, fair. Fair. Her ultimate is receiving some quality of life buffs, including the ability to remain in the air when she uses it, whereas her mobility with God of Bounce is being brought down as well. Additionally, we'll be tuning up some of her cards that didn't quite perform. I'm just annoyed they didn't touch her other talents. Alright, but whatever. Furia, Exterminate. Currently, it deals 75% more damage to enemies who are under it, so the beam stops in place and stuns you. Does 700 DPS, I believe. Now, it does the same thing, but the damage scales. So, they said it starts at 50% bonus damage, so 600 DPS, and then it'll scale up to 800 DPS. Might actually be stronger in some scenarios. I feel like actually that's not going to be much of a difference. But so it'll, to simplify, the Pyre Strike will start at 600 DPS and cap at 800 DPS. The old Exterminate, like when they first mega buffed this talent. Mark off talent changes. Oh yeah, we got a few things to mark, y'all. Sorry. Hold up. So, Betty balance adjustments. We got that. And new golden skins. Please let me paste. Siege Beyond changes. Dang! I screwed myself. I'm like, oh yeah, the new champion's still gonna have a bloated base kit. I could have got one right across. Oh well. And talent changes over here. Dang, I don't think we're gonna get one here. I almost had one. I screwed myself here in the corner. Anything else I missed? New Leon skin. Alright, well, we'll go back anyway and double check everything. So let's see. Cards. Devout Dexterity. Currently, you generate 1 ammo scaling after earning a limb. The new one is regenerate 1 ammo scaling every half a second for 1.5 seconds after earning a limb. So, basically, now you'll get 3 ammo instead of just 1. And let me see. You cap that out. That's 5. I mean, you really don't even have to cap that out. You could put it at... Fury has 12 ammo at base, right? So you put it at 3, and you get all your ammo back after getting in a limb. Could be good. Betty got a skin. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot about that monstrosity. New Betty skin. Alright, let's see. Light Forge. Currently, hitting Kindle Soul increases your move speed by 8% per level for 1 second. This card sucks. New hitting Kindle Soul increases you and your target's movement speed by 5% scaling for 1.5 seconds. Interesting. That's a very low duration, though. This could be really fun for, like, a speedy supports build, though. we might try a video on that for like a coordinated strats. The difference is, I mean, there's other supports who can boost their own movement speed, right? I don't know. Let's see. Exterminate is a talent that is very sensitive to balance, quickly shifting between too powerful to seemingly useless. This change is meant to reward players who ensure enemies are stuck in the beam of death, while preventing it from feeling like an overwhelmingly frustrating ability to fight against. We also seen a few underutilized cards to help them find place in your loadout. I mean, truth be told, I don't know if these are going to change. Like, the main Furia loadout is beam resets on dash, and I don't think this is going to overtake that. Alright, let's see. Grok, Totemic Ward. This is where you have 3 totems, and they do 10% more healing. Now also increases the radius of healing totem by 25%. Okay, very nice. Small, but nice. Genos, Binary Star, increased rate of fire from once every half a second to once every 0.45 seconds. Now reduces your maximum ammo count to 10. Dang. Let's see. Penumbra, reduced lifesteal percentage from 7 to 5% scaling. Lorentz configuration. Currently it increases your ammo by 2. Now it increases your ammo by 10%. That's a nice way to have the card scale, so it's useful in the base kit. And Genos has like 35 shots by default, I think. So you get 3 per level. Yeah, so it's technically a buff for SMG, Genos, and a nerf for Binary Star. I mean, those are Genos changes, though. Genos buffs, I mean, it's kind of a buff. Kind of a buff, give or take. It's a buff and a nerf. We'll put it, though. Buff and a nerf. Alright, let's see. What else we got here? Khan, Bulwark, Altfire, increased space health from 4,250 to 4,004. Okay, I mean, we love shooting Khan Shield. That's annoying. Khan Shield's like Fernando Aegis because you could keep putting it up and down. And I mean, it's 150 health. That's not much. Ooh, Leon Shield. New also increases the base recharge rate of your shield by 20% for a total of... That's so damn boring. They're keeping this boring-ass talent? Shieldbot Khan, like, really? I saw a really cool idea for this talent where you keep the shield regenning a little bit while it's up, but Khan can also shoot his gun with the shield up at the same time. Like, that would be cool. That would be a talent. Not this garbage. Boring. Khan has had a difficult time standing toe-to-toe with other champions to prevent damage with shielding. Are these people playing ranked? Is Khan not, like, picked and banned almost every other game? Okay. Especially when running his Leon Shield talent. Yep, that's a joke. Running the Leon Shield talent. Okay. Alright. Kinessa Eagle Eye. This is that garbage one where it changes your sniper rifle into, like, the marksman rifle. No one runs it. Now, Kinetra is actually in the game. I can't believe it. You have 2 additional oppressor mines out at one time, and you throw out 2 mines per use of the ability. So, I'm confused. You could have 2... Does it mean you could have 4 mines out, or you still technically have 2 mines out that just do double damage? I don't know, we'll have to see this one in game, but in theory, if I'm thinking it's just 2 mines with double damage, that's 250 and 250. You could have 500 DPS just from the mines, which is not shabby. That offsets like a decent chunk of healing in this game. And you could also have that spread to multiple targets with that one card. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to play that. Alright, let's see. Developer commentary. We've heard from the majority of players who find the Eagle... Eagle Eyes rework has overall felt underwhelming. We'll continue to seek out efficient ways of providing interesting or unique playstyles for our champions. This rework places more of an emphasis on Kinessa's capacity to toss out mines. Make sure it's not too oppressive. I feel like no one's going to play this, but I could be wrong. I feel like everybody's just going to go with the bonus damage one. Alright, let's see. Maldamba, Mending Spirits. Now refunds some cooldown if you miss. I'm not sure how much, but some. Pungent Gourd. This is where you heal after using Gourd. The new effect is increasing your allies and your movement speed by 5% scaling while in your gourd and for half a second after leaving it. I'm not sure how useful it is. I think Sky has a similar card, like Smoke and Dagger Sky, but it scales higher, and this is a 2-second timer. I mean, interesting, though. Let's see, Missing Mending... I wonder if you could actually stack this with the move speed from Mending Spirits, and just, like, double down on move speed for someone. Interesting. Missing Mending Spirits never felt good, however, investing significantly into Eerie Presence means losing out on some other opportunities in the loadout. This change... I feel like they should have got rid of this card if they're putting it in the base kit. But whatever. Alright, let's see. Pip. Reduced head hitbox size by approximately 15%. Took them long enough. The time has finally come. Pip with that big old head. Alright, Sati... Hand cannon, decreased damage per shot, 550 to 530. So you now have a DPS of... oh my god. 1080? No, 1060 instead of 1001 without the bonus attack speed. Pip's passive. Reduced recharge rate from 1 every 2.5 seconds to 1 every 2.65 seconds. Blast back, increased range from 45 to 55 units. Okay. I think these are fair. These are small. It's not like a Zon where everything got freaking, like, gutted. Let's see. Sati's currently overperforming. Blastback had a range that wasn't initially consistent with the intended range on release, so we're addressing that issue, but overall decrease in capability. To use her abilities and a nerf to her damage output should bring her more in line. Okay. Seris, alright. Rent Soul. Increased cooldown from 6 to 7 seconds. Increased damage from 80 to 90. Increased healing from 8 to 12% per stack. They're basically bringing this back to what the ability used to be. I think it used to have a 10-second cooldown, and it would heal for 15% a stack. Alright. Kind of a nerf to Agony and Soul Collector builds, but, you know. Alright, Convergence can now reactivate the ability to detonate at mid-air. That's cool. You can put it... Oh my god, that is so good. Because the biggest counter to this ultimate is just like a shield blocking it, and now you could just toss it over the shield and grab people above it. That's gonna be so much fun. Like, almost like, a Risa pull from Overwatch. That's gonna be cool. Alright, Agony. The current effect is now applied at base. Agony's in the base kit now? Am I reading this right? Agony is in the base kit now? I don't know how to feel about that. Isn't Seris supposed to be the starter support? And now you have a stun at base. You have the best healing ability at base. You can use your ultimate over shields now? Okay. Fine. Oh my god. Soul Collector Serises are going to be, like, unstoppable next patch with this. I'm not sure how to feel about this. I think that's overdoing it. Alright, what's the new talent, though? For each stack of Soul Orb detonated by Ren Soul, your next Restore Soul ignores 5% of anti-healing, excluding Willow's Dead Zone, up to 25%. 5 stacks for up to 8 seconds. Wow. And now we have Seris heal-botting even better. Holy moly. So 90% ignores 5% of anti-healing. I mean, I think that's good. You do have to work for it. Like, you have to actually detonate those 5 stacks 5 times, right? Yeah, you do have to detonate the 5 stacks. I feel like it might be a little inconsistent, though. But interesting talent. Ignoring... Like, early game, you're just ignoring caught. Dang. I mean, this talent I think is fine. Agony and in base, I feel like if they're gonna put it in base, they should at least lower the stun. Like that was a talent, and now it's base kit. Ugh. Everything else I really like. This new talent I'm like iffy about, but everything else is really good. I feel like they're making her too strong, but let's see. Seris is a champion who embodies support for a variety of players, including those newer to Paladins. So we want Seris to have her own niche and be viable at all levels. See, that's the problem, but not oppressive in the hands of the most skilled or so weak that she never sees play beyond a certain skill level. This particular change is one we very much need feedback on. Yeah, with regards to anti-healing. I feel like because late game, yeah, 90% card, you're getting 65%. That's pretty significant. It's this one that has me worried a lot, because this forces you to buy resilience now against Seris. And like, you already have this huge buff where you can detonate the ultimate over shields now. This is a little bit better for self-sustaining. 90 damage by 4, you do 360 with this now, instead of 320. Right? I'm doing the math right? Yeah. Little bit of bonus damage, extra bonus healing. 4 stacks will get you almost half of your health back. Yeah, these two changes I really like. This one I'm very iffy on. This one I'm also, like, semi-iffy on. I don't know, anti-healing is, like, such a important mechanic in this game that, like, messing with that, outside of, like, Lilith's ultimate, because that's an ultimate, I think that's fair. This is just, like, a talent. You're doing what you do with Seris, and you get, like, rewarded. I don't know. We'll see. Very interesting changes overall, though. Nobody is ever going to use Seris ult the old way anymore. I'm just saying it now. People are going to be tossing it over shields, catching people midair. That is going to be fun. Alright, Strix. Stealth. Increased resource consumption from 10 to 12. Dang, Strix nerfs. Poor Strix. Vatu. Kunai. Bonus range. The effective range was increased from 75 to 90 units. Minimum damage done at max range increased from 50% to 65%. Yagarath, more nerfs, my god. Reduced base health from 6,000 to 5,750. Wow. Let me see. The ability now has a minimum range of 50. This ability can no longer miss under normal circumstances. Interesting. Another change that requires significant feedback from players is this change to Yagara's ultimate. She's now required to be a minimum distance away from an enemy before she could use her ultimate on them. But under normal circumstances, if she sees the brackets indicating a valid target for her ultimate and uses it, the ability will hit and the ultimate will begin. Dang, Yagarath has been butchered since her release. That is harsh. Alright, bug fix. I think Seris was definitely the winner of these balance changes. Holy moly. I'm like still in shock with this. That's a lot of changes. And Veil, someone said they put Agony in the base kit for Veil. Oh god. What else? Manava's like okay. This Canessa talent seems like really a lot of fun. I can't wait to try that. Khan, lame. Genos, I mean, okay. His healing's still garbage. That hasn't been addressed. Like, okay. You're expecting Genos to heal on the same level as, like, Seris now? Excuse me? Grok, okay. I feel like the other talent Spirits Domain's gonna be picked more, but, you know. Furia, interesting changes, I guess. Betty, I mean, kind of disappointing overall. Barrack, you know. Poor Azan gutted. I don't think the balance was definitely not underwhelming. Like, Sarah stole the show. Alright, let's see what else we got. No Mani changes. Dang. Alright, let's check the bug fixes, y'all, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's see. Fix an issue where Azan's ultimate would allow him to teleport to locations outside of the map. Okay. Fix an issue where Drokos' Fusillade talent was providing increased damage on indirect weapon shots. Nice. Fix an issue where Canessa's HUD overlay for sniper mode was slightly off-center. Do I have useless bug fix in here? No, I didn't put it. Damn it. Slightly off-center again for Strix. 7. Fixed an issue where 7's grappling hook would not activate properly if there was an ally in between 7 and the wall. Updated several of 7's cards to fix typos and makes their text more consistent. Bora, fixed an ability where Bora's tendril would not activate. Okay, same thing for 7. Let's see. Fix an issue where muting, boring. Small sections of the spawn room on Frozen Guard were not being treated as though they were within the spawn room. Okay. Where the announcer would play their variant of the match is about to begin and team deathmatch after the match has already begun. This has been in here for so long. Like, I've definitely heard this one a lot. Fix an issue where projectiles would fall through the cracks of stairs near docks on Bright Marsh. Okay. Where the force field in front of Timber Mill's upper spawn door would not disappear. Okay. Frozen Guard had invisible walls that could not be fired through. Okay. The equipped text would not appear in the lobby. Boring. UI with event pass. Okay. Fix an issue where skins preview voice lines would play when selecting non-skin items. Okay, wow. Currency values would not fit in the purchase button UI on the crystal purchase. Oh yeah, we gotta fix that one. Announcer packs would play preview lines. Okay. I mean, what do you guys think overall? The new support, I'm like not even interested about the new support anymore. I just want to play Seris. This is definitely the star of the show for me. I gotta look at this one more time. 1 second longer cooldown, bonus damage, bonus healing. This is the huge one for me, that you can use the ultimate in the air. This is in the base kit. I kind of hope this one doesn't go through. Like, I just see this being insanely strong. Because, like, that just removes so much counterplay. Because, especially on those healbot Serises, the ones who just sit in the back with Mortal Reach, right-clicking every time it's off cooldown, the biggest counter to them is diving them, and then now they could just shoot you 4 times, stun you, run away, and have to repeat the whole process over again. This new talent sounds very interesting, though. Each stack of Soul Orb detonated ignores 5% of anti-healing. Like, I'm very interested to see if this one's played at a higher level. Just because Cauterize is so damn important in this game. And Strix lame, Vatu lame, Yagoroth, poor thing. Sati, like, little tiny nerf. Pip finally got that head fixed. Moldava, stacking move speed, that might be fun. Very excited for the Kinessa talent, like I said. Khan, shield bot Khan, lame. This talent's still gonna never be picked. You're really gonna pick a talent that recharges your shield a little bit faster when Wrecker exists over having a one of the best stuns in the game, a very reliable stun with Vortex Grip, or just increased DPS, almost 1,000 DPS on a tank with Storm Bullets for this. Really? Really. And then Genos, slight revert to Binary Star, like a halfway point, although pretty hefty nerfs to that build. They really hate Binary Star. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like, okay, here's a little nudge. But you have less ammo, you have less lifesteal, and just less bonus ammo. And then Grok, like, this is very irrelevant. I mean, this might actually be better for that speed build. Maybe. I don't know, I still don't see this being picked that much, but, you know. Then Furia, Exterminate, slight rework. I feel like it's going to be the same, it's still going to be annoying. This card's never going to get used, I'm telling you right now. This card might get used. Maybe, I don't really know. It's a very small duration. And then poor Betty. This new card might see some use. You do have to stack it a decent bit. I hate that they're nerfing her only viable talent. This might be rough. This one we have to see in game. Because one combo you could do with Betty is you shoot them, then you jump on them. So that's 900 damage right there. Shoot and jump again, that's 1800. And then you get them in 3 shots instead of 4 grenade shots. Because you have the bonus damage from this. I think that doesn't change the breakpoint though. I don't know, we'll see that one in game. And Tinkering, they really want Tinkering to be viable. I don't think anybody's gonna pick it. This is a really nice base kit buff. Because his shield did feel kind of lacking compared to others. It's a little bit of a nudge. Not much. But I mean, they nerfed Forge Fire though. Like, I still see... what's that talent called? The shield talent, y'all. I'm blanking on the name. But I still see that being the most picked. That's on... That sucks. You get all these nerfs for a bonus 100 damage on your ultimate. Like, wow. Wow. Alright, then I want to just review Lilith real quick. We got skins. Okay, so... This champion seems interesting. I'm not sure if she's fortified. Yeah, that's the talent. Thank you. She does have that playstyle of sacrificing health to use abilities, and that's definitely not going to be for everybody. I know from past experience I don't really like those kinds of playstyles, but the way they showed it is that you get your health back very fast. I'm just not sure because, you know, like sometimes you're a support, you're under fire while trying to heal your allies, and then it's like you need to hurt yourself even more to heal them more. Like, I don't know. The ultimate's going to be very interesting. Allies receive 35% pure life rip. So, non-caughtable life rip. On damages and flanks, I see this being very strong. I'm not so sure about, like, main tanks, who have very low damage per second. But it's going to be very interesting. And then the talents. I don't know how to feel about talents. I still think this one's going to be the most picked. And set ammo to 2 while increasing your projectile speed. This one might be fun. I'm like trying to think of a build for her. See, I don't like cutting my damage, but 25% damage nerf. How much does this do? This does 625. Hold on, y'all. We're doing some math real quick. So, 625... divide by 25%. That doesn't help me. Hold on, I forgot I did the calculation wrong. 625. Boom. So you're losing out 156 damage. So that would be 156. Hold on. 625 minus 156. So you're doing 469 damage on this. I don't know the fire rate on it, though. It seems to fire pretty slow. Like... Decrease the blood cost on all abilities by 35% and increase your healing output by 15%. I have to see what the actual healing values are. Because I hate that they don't give you the numbers here. Like, how much does this heal per second? How much does this heal per second? Because if her healing's already good at base, then you might not even need this. This talent I don't like because you have to, like, put yourself out of position to get use out of it. Not... Ability cost is decreased by 25%. I mean, this already does that. 35%. So yeah. I feel like I'm gonna be using this talent a lot, Murderous Intent. But like as a main support. Just because I don't want to use this. Alright, so let me see. We're going with the third talent. We're gonna be a little bit of a damage support. I want my full damage. I see myself using this card. This is gonna be fun. But then again, maybe I might not like this talent because the projectiles are smaller. I suck at hitting Amani Frostbolts. This might be even worse. Alright, debatable. Maybe we will go with the default talent. Or maybe we'll just go with this talent because we don't want these two. You still want the damage and the bigger projectiles. Alright, let's see. So, increase extra blood health. So you decrease your base health by... You're basically getting a 125 HP increase per level. So that's 600 health, right? No. 625 health bonus for this, but it's in blood health, not white HP. You're losing your white HP for this. Debatable. We'll see. 1 point after falling to or below 75% health. I wonder if this is worded that way because it's only talking about white health. Like, it's not including the blood health. Set ammo to 2. This one I really want. I really want to play with that. Cap it out. 65% faster projectiles. 2 shots sucks, though. I don't know about that. Then let me see. Gain 1.5% bonus health. Extra health, sorry. When hitting a marked enemy. That could be nice. And then let's see. Hitting an enemy with blood hex will reveal them to your team. 2.5 second reveal. That's not too shabby. Increasing movement speed by 20%. Also not too shabby. Like, she definitely has a lot of loadout variety. Like, I'm very impressed. I thought she was going to be, like, another Azan, like, 7 Betty character where... Okay, well, Betty doesn't have a bloated base kit, but where they only have, like, one playstyle and that's it. No variety there. But, like, this, hitting an enemy with blood hex, like, you could reveal enemies, you could focus on that, you could focus on increasing your team's movement speed. Let me see. These cards I feel like I'm not going to use that much, but, you know, maybe some will. And then, like, you could focus on your mobility if you want to increase the vertical or lateral movement of your little jump. Reduce your damage taken a little bit. I feel like this card's probably going to be a must. And it starts at 10%, so you could use it as a filler. And then let me see. Increase the healing done by Swarm. Reduce its duration. So let me see. What is that capped out? So 0.35 times 5. That's 1.75 seconds. This lasts... How long does this last, Swarm? 3.75. So you make it have a 2-second duration, but you're increasing the healing of it by... Damage and healing of it by 20%. I don't know if that's worth it, but it's there. Increase the radius of Swarm. This card I feel like might be a must pick. Just because that's Resilience 1 for free when capped out. Like, I remember way back in the beta days, a lot of characters had... Well, cards were very different back then. You had anti-healing cards, so like if you hit Sky's Poison Bolts, you would apply Cauterize basically with the card. And there were also a bunch of like reduce the effect of crowd control by X amount after doing something, and now it's like they ended up getting rid of all of those because it just killed loadout variety. You needed those cards in your deck, and now they're like bringing it back. Like, I don't know, they brought back bonus damage to shields with Betty. They brought back... I don't know how to feel about this one. Increase the radius of Swarm, but it increases cost. I kind of hate that where all these cards, it's like, do this, but nerf this. I don't know, increase its cost by 4%. I have to see how much the costs are. Because 20% extra cost could be like nothing, and they just have bonus healing. Alright, y'all, let me double check the bingo board, because I think we're going to wrap it up. So let's see, we got Betty balance adjustments, new Leon skin, we were false. New golden skins we got, Trade District rework did not happen, might be next patch. New Betty skin, unfortunately. I gotta say, the new champ looks really good, so like I can't check any of these off. New champ has a bloated base kit, weak talents, one playstyle, unfinished. Like, she seems pretty versatile. Genos buffs, air quotes buffs, that's like a pity point over there. New 400 crystals chest we did not get. What is that? More music packs, we got that. Freebie in the middle. King of the Hill onslaught split, that was a wishful thinking on my part. Rank changes did not... I mean, technically, we got the map rotating, but that's not really... Talent changes, we got a few over here. Very excited for the new Kinessa skin. New furry skin, kinda, if you count it. Crossover skins, we did not get. What is this? New sexy skin, yeah. Some people like the Vora Io and Lilith as a whole, so underwhelming balance, definitely not underwhelming. Like, Seris has me very worried. Agony in the base kit. New lame LTMs, of course, that's kind of like a staple at this point. 7 did not get balance adjustments. No item store changes. Atlas did get a skin. Dang. and Siege Beyond did get changed. So no bingo, unfortunately. We came close though. Came close on 2 sections. So y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed our little watch party. And when the PTS goes up, I will be recording. I want to get at least like 3 videos. I want to get one showcasing Lilith. I want to get one showcasing those absurd Seris changes. Agony in the base kit, my god. And I want to get maybe 4 videos actually. 3 or 4 videos. I want to get one with the new Kinessa talent because that sounds like a lot of fun. Just like Symmetra in Paladins. I could clickbait that video, get some of my Overwatch viewers to watch it. You know how we do. And I do want to try out the new Siege. It actually looks fun. And like I said previously, I do not like Siege. So the opportunity of Siege being fun, definitely want to try that. So hope you guys enjoyed once again. Have a good day. And peace.